What a privilege to be in. I have so many stories that are just based on one iced coffee spilling in that aisle here. But I'm going to do the warm, congenial welcome first. This is our annual Academics Award and Scholarship Assembly. I'm very proud that we gather our community, our students, our administrators, our town officials, and our Case High families together really to celebrate the student and something even larger than that, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. First of all, let's begin with a formal ceremony, with a formal salute to the flag here. Assistant Principal Chris Costa will lead us in the salute, so this time please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much. Before I begin my welcomes, we'll just establish some protocol here. Phones are awesome. Phones are awesome to take pictures today. That would be the only thing they're awesome for today. It would not be awesome to receive a call. You do not need to text or use your social media here unless you're going to tweet out a picture of me. That would be awesome as well, and I would appreciate that. At Case High Prince, at Joseph Case HS, that would be awesome. This is an earbud-free experience. So those who are going to be like Secret Service agents here with the one earbud trying to get the directions, we can take out all of our earbuds. I intend to be highly entertaining for the next 30 minutes. You won't even need your earbud, okay? So that's the rules. We're going to be calling a lot of names today, a lot of names. When we look at our bronze, silver, and gold medalists, there'll be a lot of names called in succession. People will enter from the audience's left-hand side, stage right over here. We'll get their award, and we'll all exit stage left on the audience's right side. Up here, down here. That's how I do it at Case High. Did you like that? That's how I do it at Case High. It's got a little style in it. But welcome. I just want to point out to students and the families here, we have a lot of honored, and I don't use that word lightly, honored guests today who have joined us because the education of your children is not just a high school thing. They didn't come to high school and the magic wand hit them and they all became wicked smart, as we say in Swansea here. It's because of the nurturing. It's because of the foundation. It's because of the love that these our sending schools have given to your children here in the center. So I want to point out some of our honored guests today. So joining us from one of our three selectmen today, we're very honored to have representation from the town of Swansea, is Mr. Robert Marquis. Mr. Marquis. Representing the Swansea School Committee, our chairman, Mr. James Cavallo. Swansea School Committeeman, Mr. Scott Rowland. Both Mr. Cavallo and Mr. Rowland, Case High graduates. That's right, that's how we do it here in Swansea, and that's awesome. From the Gardner Elementary School, Mrs. Joanne Furs. From the Joseph G. Luther, right? From the Joseph G. Luther School, Mr. Sean Patrick Scanlon. Joseph Case Junior High Principal, Mr. Robert Silvera. Our Assistant Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Elizabeth White. And our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. John Rabideau. Oh, no, there's some. I am remiss not to see Mrs. Gorell, who is our Director of Special Needs here in Swansea and Student Services. Thank you. Can I just tell me, did I miss anyone? Because I don't want to have to hear about it later on. Awesome. That is awesome here. All right. What is awesome? These are my thoughts for the moment here. When you walked, first of all, this morning could have been a tremendous setback for me, a tremendous one, because a lot of planning. And Mrs. Fisher did most of the planning. I'm going to be fully transparent about that. But a lot of planning just to get this how we want it here. So I stand here at 9:14 and I watch the coffee drizzle down that aisle, and I thought, oh, Brian, you have come so far. Because this is the first year that I took down the please no eating and drinking in the auditorium, because it was nothing but a hassle in every event. Every event, it was a hassle and a fight with students, with parents, with not to bring things in here. So our rationale, speaking it over with Mr. Costa, was, why don't we just teach the children? Who's going to spill? Who's going to take a $3, $4 coffee and randomly drizzle it here? And we haven't had a lot of spills. We haven't until December 8th, and then there was a big spill here. But I'm surviving. I'm coping. I'm moving on. Here. 5 years ago, I would have been curled in this fetal position right there on stage left here. When you entered this auditorium, you saw this beautiful new carpet panel. It's very similar to the one that you saw when you entered Joseph Case High School from our main entrance here. And it's a seal of Swansea Public Schools, and it is a reminder that students come first. Students come first, and it has been a moniker for the Swansea Public Schools. I don't know, maybe for the past 5, 6 years, but I think this year, more than anyone, it has really become the watch cry of our new superintendent that prioritizes students, the student experience. And when decisions need to be made in terms of academic programming, in terms of budget, in terms of offering, you think, what is best for the students? And what is best for the students isn't always easiest for the adults. And certainly, I think this occasion reminds us that we prioritize students. I can speak for myself, and I can speak for Mr. Silvera, because we both serve in the State Association for Secondary School Administrators, that we have spent the better part of the first week of school reminding students and reminding teachers that the most important thing we do at Joseph Case High School is establish relationships in order to make Joseph Case High School, and I think I speak for Mrs. Silvera and the junior high here, a happy, safe place. That doesn't mean every day is going to be roses and hugs and kisses, but it's a happy, safe place where you are supported, where we strive to find learning joyous, and we attempt to treat you students, as if you were our own children. And I was having a conversation with the principal yesterday. I serve on the State Athletic Association's Board of Directors, and when you make decisions, when you see school through the eyes of a child, through a student, through a person who is somewhere between the age of 15 and 19, you will make the right decision. And again, it might not be the easiest decision, but it will be the right decision. A couple months ago, we received word from the Department of Education, the DESE, Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, and they're going to tell you what level your school is at based on some crazy formula here on the MCAS and the participation and the low income and the special needs, and it's a big formula here. And if I sit down and study it, I get it, but if 2 days later, I could never tell you what that formula was. But when they came up with this formula 5 years ago, we came out as a level 1 school, and I thought, that's great. And Joseph Case High School has sustained its level 1 status every year since 2011. We are the only comprehensive public school in the area who came in at level 1, who remains at level 1. And I had a conversation recently with a fellow educator, and they said, why, Brian? Why do you think you are a level 1 school? So the Brian McCann side of me, I said, well, it's because of me. It is 100% because of me, and because I am so fabulous, of course my school would be a level 1. That's my joking side of it here. And it's not because of me, but it's a little bit because of me. But I can honestly say it is because of us. And I don't mean us from the school committee, or us from central administration, or us from the teachers, or us from truly us. makes us a level 1 school, because everything we do counts. Every positive, tough decision we make for our child counts and will have positive reverberations in your child's education. Why do we have a theater program where 1/3 of the school, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 of the school is involved in a small comedy? Why? Because of us. Because our teachers push our students to do their best so they stay academically eligible, that our families prioritize, yes, I know I have to pick you up and drive you here, there, or you're in your car again and we haven't had supper together for 3 weeks. I get it, I live it. But it's because of the commitment of the family, of the teachers, of the guidance, of the school department, of the school administration, of the principal, that all of these components align to make it a successful theater production, to make it a successful fall athletic season, to make it academically successful, because you have a culture that breeds and celebrates positivity and success. It is not because of you, it is not because of me, it is not because of them, it is because of us. And I cannot emphasize that enough. The reason we are a level 1 school is because of us, because we believe in Case High School, because we believe that hard work will pay off and everything counts. How you treat your children at home, how you treat your children on the stage, how you treat your children on the athletic field, how you treat your children in the learning common, how you treat your children in the cafeteria, it all combines to a perfect storm of success. And that's what I would like to think of this morning as, a perfect storm of success. So, on behalf of Swansea Public Schools, I will be the first one to applaud all of us out here for our commitment. So let's join me, please. Here. Here we go. Students, I have one other thing to say. You know when your mom or dad or whoever's here wants to take your picture and you don't want to? Tough. Just do what your parents take as many pictures as they want today. That is a direct order. If you want me to be in the picture, I would really like that. Jimmy Cavallo reminded me when we were a state volleyball championship school because of us. That's right. That's right. He reminded me, Brian, there's never been a camera you didn't love. And I was like, so true. Remember that? Yeah, which is absolutely true. I love to have my picture taken. Why wouldn't I, right? Anyway. Let's begin what we're really here for, to honor our students here. First of all, 3/4 of this day is about honor roll. Students who have achieved for the first time honor roll in the final grade of the year in the class. Those will be our certificate recipients, followed by our bronze medalists who have had 2 years. It doesn't necessarily have to be consecutive here. 3 years and 3 years for the silver, which would only be consecutive. So when I call a name, let's just give one clap. So if I called Chris Costa, that's all we'll do, one clap before the next. I was talking about your father, by the way, not you down there. Anyway, I might clap twice for you, young Christopher, okay? That's awesome. So we will enter the stage here. We will exit the stage up here. Mr. Costa and Mrs. Fisher will be, I didn't even introduce you. Assistant Principal Chris Costa, awesome here. Yeah, woo, woo. And the lovely Mrs. Karen Fisher, our Director of Guidance here. I'm glad I remembered. I would have heard about it for the whole rest of the week. Why? Anyway. And that just from Mr. Costa. Our 2016 certificate recipients achieved final honor roll status for the first time at the end of the last academic year. Derek Alexander. It's going to be a long morning, Mr. Rabadou here. We'll try it one more time. Derek Alexander. Good. Slade Alves. Henning Anderson. Kristen Anselmo. Andrew Baptista. Zachary Barreo.
Thank you.
Thank you. Abigail Beaudry. Devin Belisle. Gabriella Bello. There's a lot of rogue things going on in the second row here. Hannah Borges. Ashley Carvalho. Samuel Chase. Samantha Shappett. Brendan Costa. Young Christopher Costa II. Congratulations, Devin. Rylan Costa. You guys are losing it. We got a lot more here. Veronica Costa. Rachel Davidson. Mackenzie DeShane. Abby DeRoja. Samantha Dias. Riley Dos Anjos. Raymond Doobie. Jacob Estrella. Alyssa Fieldhauer. Christopher Ferreira. John Furtado. Kyle Furtado. Jonathan Gadry. Connor Haynes. Connor Higson. Courtney Jacobson. Nathaniel Kigley. Kaylee Machado. Liam McKenzie. Madison Medeiros. Cassandra Melker. Zachary Miranda. Ryan Nascimento. Julia Woolette. Annabelle Paiva. Congratulations. Benjamin Podesky. Lauren Resendiz. Jeremy Rocha. Jennifer Rodrigues. Rebecca Rodrigues. Lillian Rodriguez Tavares. Sydney Ratowski. Casey Santerre and his spilled coffee. Taylor Sarnecki. Robbie Smith. Samuel Soares. Catherine Soper. Jamie Travis. Konstantinos Vaganes. I don't know how I did with that one. I'm going to say I did awesome, okay? That's great. Hannah Woods. Jenna Zhang. There we go, our certificate recipients. Congratulations. Hey, Benjamin, congratulations.
Jeremy.
Lauren, congratulations. Rocha. Thank you. This isn't on. Congratulations. Sydney? We should have a picture taken, you and I. Congratulations. Jenna Zhang. That's pretty awesome. We had 57 certificate recipients this year here. Our bronze medalists, as I spoke of before, have been on the honor roll too. That would be this side 2 times in their high school career. So please join me. And so, Mr. Broda, just tell me what the
As you say the name, our hands would go up. And then as the name ends, clap down.
I really like that, huh?
Join us.
Thank you. I might for 1 or 2 here. It would, could only be made better if my picture was in it. That would be, no, I'm only fooling it. All right, under the direction of William Broda, not only our class president, but Mr. Joseph Case High School. No, huh? We're a month away from that, a month away. Brendan Costa can't believe he's not Mr. Joseph Case High School either. Can't believe it. It's a whole new year in 17. We're going. I'm Costa in 17. Make Mr. Joseph Case High School great again. That's what we say. All right. Perhaps my timing's not good on that one here, but anyway. You ready, Billy? 2017 bronze medalist, our first recipient, Tyler Abdallah, Zachary Adeas, Jacob Anktel, Jared Baker, Michael Bisbano, Brandon Carvalho, Sydney Correa, Matthew D'Souza, Skylar Dias, Megan Diogenes, Sydney Duquette, Wesley Dyer. Oh, Wesley, you broke the whole rhythm there, huh? I lost my place. Alyssa Furtado, Abigail Gracie, Tori Harris, Ethan Hickey, Megan Keating, Brittany Lynn Kigley, William Kenyon, Kylie LeComp, Jacob Machado, Fallon Marchand, Autumn Medeiros, Aiden Mello, Samantha Morera, Jared Nobriga, Lynn Notarangelo, Sarah Orton, Maya Pappas, John Plant, Lindsay Pryor, Nathan Sarnecki, Hannah Sears, Skylar Steblin, Emma Teves, Olivia Thompson, Kathleen Tolan, Alexia Wagner, and Jameson Ward there. Woo! Congratulations. Congratulations. That's Jared Yesbringer, right? Yes. Maya, congratulations. Plant, congratulations. Congratulations. That's awesome, Nathan. Congratulations. So proud of you. Hey, Kathleen, congratulations. Congratulations. Jameson. Both your kids got called up in the assembly here. Oh, that's awesome.
We're on a roll today.
We're on a roll. All 31 of our silver medalists have ended each of their freshman, sophomore, and junior years, respectively, on the final honor roll here. So all of these young scholars are in line for the prestigious Gold Award, which, did you like the Gold Award, that will be given out on class night. So work hard. Work hard. Are you ready, Billy? Corinna Barreo. Samantha Borges, William Baroda Jr., Julia Bushel, Lauren Davidson, Elizabeth D'Souza, Mason Eldridge, Brielle Fenty, Jonathan Ferreira, Casey Frazier, Rebecca Heatherson, Gabrielle Hunt, Corey Jacobson, Alexis Lanigan. Congratulations, Reagan. Katie LePage, Alexander LePage, Madison Majewski, Julia McClintock, Brandon Medeiros, Miranda Perry, Alexander Raposo, Maylin Raimondo, Madison Rowland, Emily Salpetro, Jessica Santos, Marissa Santos, Haley Schwarzenbach, Megan Silva, Charlotte Sylvia, Tyler Lynn Tavares, and Seth Thomas. Congratulations. Oh, it's Miss Salpetro. So let's just go. There's your mother. So proud of you. So proud, huh? Megan, congratulations, honey. So proud. So proud. Charlotte Sylvia. And Tyler. Congratulations. All right. I've told this little tale before, but I think it is appropriate for this occasion because we have some new stakeholders here. I have 3 children. When my oldest was a senior in high school, see, if you didn't talk for 20 minutes, Brian, perhaps the period. Anyway, sorry. Your teachers will get over it. Okay, that's what I. When my Fiona was a senior in high school, yeah, she did very well. Did very well on her MCAS. She got her advance in this and advance in that and advance in the other thing too. And I was like, oh, maybe she'll have an Adams Scholarship. That would be wonderful. I can't wait to go to the ceremony. I will be the proud parents, right? I couldn't wait. I got a letter in a folder in the mail. I don't think it was even signed. No, not even a folder. I got a letter in the mail. It was the same one that the DOE sends out and her scores, and that was it. I was like, where's the party? Where's the assembly? Where's the you're awesome? Where's the picture-taking opportunity? And there wasn't anything. I don't know. We have always celebrated our Adams Scholars. There is such a cry in it. There is such a cry from our, in the education world, in academia, too much testing. Our children are tested too much. Less testing. I can't get on that bandwagon. We don't test all that much at Case High School. We've always been on the MCAS. They take an exam at the end of freshman year. Okay. They take 2 exams in their sophomore year. Okay. That's it. Is there a lot of testing at the junior high? It's not. Okay, there's a tremendous amount of testing at the junior high and elementary, but in the high school, not so much here. But all that testing with the awarding of the John and Abigail Adams Scholarships really pays off, because these scholarships are good for tuition to most Massachusetts schools if you maintain a specific grade point average. I forget what it is, Mrs. Fisher? I don't know if it's a 3.0 or a 3.2. It's in your information. I just can't access it immediately here. You maintain a decent average here, and it's free tuition. Is it a lot of money? No, it's really not a lot of money. It's become less money over the years. It used to be, so when they first started this, it equated to probably about $10,000 over the course of 4 years. Right now, because my oldest did go to UMass Amherst and she was able to apply her scholarship thing, I think it's around $1,900 for her years here. But that's $1,800 or $1,900 that I'm not spending as a parent here, that she doesn't have to consider financing through student loans. So as a parent, I'll take any help I can get, and I'll take any time that my child is in the spotlight. So at Joseph Case High School, because students come first, the celebration is so important. It's so important, and I know so many parents have taken time out of work or rearranged their schedule to be here. Anytime my kids get an award or the principal's going to say, you did a great job parenting, I'm going to be at. So I live your journey. I live your journey here. Yeah, thank you. We have 35 Adams Scholars this year. And people are always like, well, how many do you have this year? And I want to say it's just 25% of the class. 25. So take whatever number it is and divide by 4, and that's how many scholarship slots you'll get. And the state's not always consistent. Unfortunately, I've had 2 years in my 13 years of being in the high school that sometime in January and February, they'll slide 2 or 3 more Adams Scholars. I don't know why, but we just smile and take the picture and put them in cardinal notes and say, I'm sorry you weren't part of this big celebration here. So you would have to have advanced on your MCAS, in most of your MCAS, and your scores need to mathematically rank you in the top 25% of your class. So it is such an honor to be an Adams Scholar, and it's wonderful for parents or families, or for you, if you're financing your own education, to be paying a little less money if you're going to most Massachusetts public schools. Please do not lose the information we're going to give you today. This would be one of those things to put in a really, really safe place. So when you come to us and you're saying, I lost it, you have a copy of it. Sorry. I'm sure Mrs. Fisher does have a copy, but we're not bound to have a copy here. So this is the climax of the day here, the pinnacle of our celebration here. So I'm going to announce 35 John and Abigail Adams Scholarship recipients. After each name, I think we will give William, with your permission, as class president and Mr. Joseph Case High School, hearty applause after each name. Thank you, I appreciate that. Our first recipient, Wilbur Anderson. Jared Baker. Corinna Barreo. Samantha Borges. Jacob Broadbent. William Broder Jr. Julia Bushel. Lauren Davidson. Elizabeth D'Souza. Wesley Dyer. Mason Eldridge. Jonathan Ferreira. Isaac Furlett. Casey Frazier. Johnny Soprano. Congratulations. Casey Frazier. Alyssa Furtado. Congratulations. Rebecca Heatherson. Tanner Higson. Gabrielle Hunt. Corey Jacobson. Alexis Lanigan. Katie LePage. Ryan Lewis. Ryan Lewis. Madison Majewski. Nolan McKenzie. Oops. Congratulations, Katie. Nolan. Julia McClintock. Brandon Medeiros. Isabel Monroe. Julia Willette. Alex Pacheco. Madison Rowland. Emily Salpetro. Thank you. Evan Shannon. Evan Surratt. Logan Sylvester. We'll just wait 1 minute there, okay? And Tyler Lynn Tavares.
Hey.
Hey.
How's it going?
Hey, great. How are you? There we go, Logan. So proud. There we go. Awesome. Thank you, dear. 35 awesome Adams Scholars. And we're going to be bringing this part of the assembly to a close very, very soon. If you are one of the 35 Adams Scholars, at the end of the assembly, if you can come down here so I can put you in a nice tableau for Mr. Hall of the Spectator to take our picture, okay? Because we need to show the world what a sustaining level 1 school scholars look like. That's what I think. Truth. Truth hurts. My friends, thank you so much So much for giving up your class time. I know it was difficult for you all to drag yourself away from the grind of daily academia, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it, taking a risk here. To my friends and coworkers and people I work for here, thank you for making this a priority in your day and for always making Swansea children a priority. Mr. Marquis, thank you for representing the town here. Mr. Hall, thank you for the representation from the Spectator as well here. Parents, it's not easy. It's not easy being a parent, and I know it. I have a senior graduating this year, too. Some days it's too quickly. Some days not quick enough, huh? But sometimes it's a struggle to get here during the course of the school day. So though your children might not say thank you, on behalf of your children, thank you. Thank you for coming here and taking the risk. And any adult that here, I hope you will join us in the Learning Commons for some refreshments and picture taking. That would be great, okay? Seniors, of course, are invited to take pictures. Mr. Corville, sneaking up on me in the back. Oh, there's William Corville, principal of the Hoyle Elementary School here. Thank you, Mr. Corville. We'll have no sneak attacks here at the high school. Anyway, so I'm most grateful from Mr. Costa for really coordinating so many of the things behind the scene, from Adam from Swansea Cable Access, who have been very generous in his time to really memorialize this event, but most of all to Mrs. Fisher and the entire guidance staff here for doing 99% of the work for this here. So this concludes our annual assembly here. I wish you all a safe, happy holiday and Merry Christmas, whatever holidays you celebrate here, to our families here. Seniors, please, to the Learning Commons. The rest of you back to class right now here. Anyway, thank you.